told her. Is your Majesty hurt?
No, I am not hurt.
I have a property due to me from the Crown of England.
Oh, the poor creature's mad. Do not hurt her. She's not hurt me.
Give me my property, or the country will be drenched in blood.
Will it indeed? Oh, not with that. It's a dessert knife. Couldn't cut a cabbage.
I have a property due to me from the Crown of England.
Quite so, quite so.
You murderous fiend! Thank God I have you yet.
Okay, madam, do not fret. The king has no wound, just a torn waistcoat.
One might consider that almost as vexing.
What was that?
I rejoice, Pa, that you are unharmed.
Son rejoices. The Prince of Wales rejoices.
Me too, Pa. God save the king and so on.
And he's fatter. Always fatter.
Fatter because he's not doing what? Do you know England, sir?
Yes, sir.
You know Brighton, Bath, yes, sir. But do you know its mills and its manufactories? Do you know its farms, sir? Because I do. I have made it my special study. I have published pamphlets on agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Pigs, what?
Yes, Father.
Stock. Good husbandry. You know what they call me?
What do they call you, Father?
Farmer George. And you know what that is?
Impertinence?
No, sir. It is love.
Affection.
It is admiration, sir.
Respect.
What are your hobbies, sir?
Hobbies?
Fashion.
Furniture. Do you know what mine are? Learning. Astronomy.
The heavens are at his fingertips.
It's not good, sir, this idleness. That is why you are fat. Do not be fat, sir. Fight it. Fight it. You have had a lucky escape, Mr. Pitt.
I, Your Majesty?
Yes, you what? You're my Prime Minister. I chose you. If anything were to happen to me, then you'd be out, or what? And Mr. Fox will be in, hey, hey.
I think there's no danger of that, sir.
Your Majesty, the woman will be examined by the Privy Council, and if she is mad, she will be confined in Bethlem Hospital.
She's lucky to live in this kingdom, eh? It's not long since a madman tried to stab the King of France. The poor wretch was subjected to the most fiendish torments. His limbs burned with fire, the flesh lacerated with red-hot pincers, until, in a merciful conclusion, he was pulled between 4 horses and torn asunder. We, at least, have outgrown such barbarities. The lowliest subject in this kingdom could not be subjected to such tortures in the name of justice.
What has happened to this country, Mr. Pitt? A despot escapes the knife and they ring their bells.
You would not want His Majesty killed, Mr. Fox.
I don't want anyone killed, sir, but still, if a few ramshackle colonists in America could send the king packing, then, well, why can't we?
Hush, sir. You know you must not mention America to Mr. Pitt.
Apologies, Mr. Pitt, you must not mention your Whig youth.
We're all Whigs until we're in government. Office makes Tories of us all.
I am the king's servant, sir, upon all matters.
Except America.
America, sir, is over.
And so are we. No, not if we persevere in the House. In opposition, nag, nag, nag against Pitt and the king, and may as well piss against a wall. If we were in government, we could have done so much. But now Pitt has stitched himself into the flag and is proclaiming the Tories the virtue of England. I'm cured of politics, Sheraton.
Of course you are.
I'll turn my back on that rat run, the House of Commons.
Yes.
And that anal fistula of a king. I'm going to read but not newspapers, write but not pamphlets, and that fart-ridden, pox-infested country singing into the sea of pus.
Yes.
Why don't people never get governments? Foolishness?
His Majesty is fond of Handel. Rebel, are you?
I'm not familiar with his music, Captain Fitzroy.
You will be. His Majesty does nothing by halves. If he is fond of something, whether it be Handel or mutton and potatoes, by God, he will have it whenever occasion permits. His life is simple and he is harness by routine. You'll appreciate from what I've told you that to be equerry to His Majesty is not the most liveliest of situations.
I am anxious only to be of service.
Quite so.
Married yet, Mr. Pitt?
No, sir.
Got your eye on anybody then, eh?
No, sir.
What's the point? Anybody got their eye on you, eh?
Not to my knowledge, sir.
A man should know. Yes, yes. Best thing I ever did. Queen's a treasure. Not a beauty, but the better for it. Counts what counts, eh? What?
Nearly done, sir?
Children! Yes, children. Great comfort. But they die, of course. Octavius we lost. Lovely little fellow, yes, sir. This chap we're putting in as professor at Oxford, was his father Canon of Westminster?
I have no idea, sir.
Yes, Phillips, yes. That's the father, this is the son. And he had a daughter who married the organist at Norwich Cathedral. Sharp, whose son is a painter and the other son is a master at Eton. And he had a daughter who married somebody.
Your Majesty's knowledge of even the lowliest of your appointments never ceases to amaze me.
What has happened to Mr. Fox?
Retired to the country again, sir.
Oh, we must hope he stays there. Such a dodger. Too many ideas. Not like you, Mr. Pitt. You don't have ideas. Well, one very big idea. Balancing the books. And a very good idea to have. Or what? The best. And one with which I agree with you. As I agree with you, Mr. Pitt, on everything. Apart from the case we mustn't mention. We didn't see eye to eye over that, but we agreed to draw a veil over it. And I'm only mentioning it now just to show that I haven't mentioned it. You know what I mean, what?
Yes, sir.
The colonies?
They're now called the United States, sir.
Huh? Goodness me. Well, I haven't mentioned it. I prefer not to, whatever they're called. The United States. When I think about them, and I'm not thinking about them in particular, when people in government go against my wishes, I sort of find it quite vexing. Try as I may, it seems to me disloyal.
Your Majesty should not take it so personally.
Personally? But I'm king, this is my government. How else am I supposed to take it but personally?
The Whigs believe it's their duty to oppose you.
Duty? Duty? What sort of duty is that?
The House is very quiet at the moment, sir.
Well, we must try and keep it that way. And then we'll get a lot more done, what? Good night, Mr. Pitt.
Good night, Your Majesty.
The Vicar of Lichfield!
Sir?
The Vicar of Lichfield. That's who the daughter of the organist of Norwich Cathedral married. Good.
Having risen punctually at 6, His Majesty retires to bed punctually at 11. Though, as kings like to be ruled by clocks, it is all very punctual. It is a regular succession of occupants, checked occasionally by the varieties of the moment. Some would and do call it dull.
Sharp, sharp, the king.
But monarchs like their day's populace. To be idle or alone are pools in which they might glimpse themselves. To lead them past such pools and mitigate their solitude is the whole duty of courtiers.
Ready?
Sir.
Who's new equerry? What?
Your Majesty.
Very ill. Good. Well, this is Lady Pembroke. Handsome woman, what? Father's the Duke of Marlborough, stuff of generals, blood of Blenheim. Husband and utter rascal. Loads of a packet boat. Yes. Good evening, Mrs. King.
Good evening, Mr. King.
Look at this far like we're dandy, eh?
Indeed, Mr. King.
Is the bed hot yet?
No.
I'm hot. Is my belly?
It rumbles, sir.
I ate a pear at supper.
2 pairs, sir. It is tight as a drum.
Saving your presence, I shall try a fart.
No. Lady Townsend came to see me this evening.
Yes?
Wanted to know if she could sit during the drawing room.
Sit? What on earth for?
She is about to give birth.
So, you gave birth 15 times.
Yes. But I do sit.
Oh, long withstanding. It's only 2 hours. What did you say?
I told her she should stand.
Quite right. Everyone who's having a child sits, then before long it'll be everybody with gout. And then it'll start to look like a Turkish harem. What? What fish, Mr. Pitt? Never smiles. Works, though, yes, never stops. Drinks, they say. But then they all do. Father went mad, he shows no signs of that. Oh, George! George! Oh!
When did this bilious attack come on?
In the early hours of the morning.
Was His Majesty in pain?
Cry out of it.
I sent over some senna. Was that given to him?
Yes. The pain grew worse.
Whereabouts was this pain?
Would it not be better to ask His Majesty?
How long have you been in waiting? I cannot address His Majesty until he chooses to address me. I cannot inquire after his symptoms unless he chooses to inform me of them.
Sir George, whatever his situation, His Majesty is but a man.
The King's equerry with radical notions like that? Good God! With any patient, I only undertake a physical examination as a last resort. It is an intolerable intrusion upon a gentleman's privacy. With His Majesty quite unthinkable. However, it is probably only a fever. A tax our constitutions must bear for this dreadful climate.
The king, chap chap.
Here is your physician, sir.
Yes, Baker. A ninny, what? Well, tell him I am much better. I had a pretty smart bilious attack, very smart indeed, but it has passed.
Would it be possible to take His Majesty's pulse?
Would it be...
Yes, come on, here. Hold it, sir, do not fat. Burn, do not fondle it. This is how you take a pulse, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, what? Go on.
I lost count, sir.
Now, was it you who prescribed the senna, Baker?
I prescribed it for Your Majesty, yes, sir.
Then you are a fool, Baker. What?
It's just a mild purgative, sir.
Mild, sir? Mild? 14 motions, and you call it mild? I could have manured the whole parish. To originate this senna, what?
The tropics, Africa, America.
America, eh? Well, I shall have no more of it. If 2 glasses can bring the king low, then it could mean the end of government.
2 glasses? Your Majesty was only supposed to take 3 spoonfuls.
When has 3 spoonfuls of anything done anybody any good? Measure the medicine to the man, Baker! How's my pulse?
Very fast, sir.
Ah, good.
Your Majesty would probably feel better after a warm bath. A warm bath is a settling effect on the spirits.
You take one then. Your spirits are more agitated than mine.
Her Majesty the Queen, Your Majesty.
Well, Sir George, how is His Majesty?
His pulse is far too fast, Your Majesty.
Rubbish!
Your Majesty works too hard. We should have a holiday. Take the waters.
The water, eh? Perhaps we should. Let people go now, Elizabeth, eh?
Bath, sir. Cheltenham.
Cheltenham, eh?
The sun goes to Cheltenham.
Well, so shall we. Progress through Gloucestershire, keys to the city, what? Loyal addresses, people on every hand. Hooray, hooray, God save the king, what?
Do not excite yourself, sir.
Take Elizabeth with us, of course. You know Cheltenham, I suppose?
Yes, sir.
What do you think of it?
It is much resorted to by people of fashion, sir.
People of fashion? Did you hear that, Mrs. King? Take a little house. No levees or drawing rooms, no talking to people we don't wish to talk to. Live like an ordinary couple. Mr. and Mrs. King. People of fashion.
Gossip. Still, gotta hear the rest of it. Go on.
Having left Cheltenham, they lodged at Worcester, at the parish bishop heard, where the king rose before dawn, went round to the dean's lodgings, and by persistent battering on the door, roused the dean and commanded him to show him the cathedral. The
Well,
Lord Chancellor, it was still dark.
The king sounds in his customary rude habit.
But the early rising, the visit to see the Dean.
What time would you have him rise? 5, 6? Is there an hour consistent with your rationality?
damn it, man. Mr. Fox is seldom in bed by 5. Doctors would have us all in bedlam.
It is true, His Majesty is an early riser.
He walks about unattended by the court.
5 in the morning, you should be grateful.
When he takes the waters, whereas others only take a glass, he dashes back several bumpers.
Now we come to the end of this catalogue of regal nonconformities, because I have heard nothing to suggest that His Majesty's behaviour is in any way unusual. It was, after all, a holiday. Now that he's back at Windsor, he will doubtless settle down.
He also harps on America, the colonies.
That will be all. But, Captain Fitzroy, for the strongest reasons, both foreign and domestic, a degree of discretion.
Yes, damn it, man. Keep your mouth shut. It's all tittle-tattle.
The colic's not tittle-tattle, the sweats are not tittle-tattle, or the pains in his legs. Though I have not been well myself, I'd say.
Yes, what do you think it is then?
I think I may have caught a chill.
Not you, man. Not
It may be that he has caught rheumatism in his legs and that it has spread to the stomach. Or it could be gout, of course.
He scarcely drinks.
Flying gout.
Well, I have been assured that the sovereign remedy for gout is to cut the toenails in hot water.
It may be.
Maybe. God's teeth. You're the president of the Royal College of Physicians. You ought to know.
I did, however, venture to take His Majesty's pulse. It's become languid.
Languid. What does that mean?
Well, yours, you see, is hard and wiry.
And?
There are some physicians who believe that we each have a fixed allotment of heartbeats, so that a hard, wiry pulse such as this one uses up that deposit of heartbeats faster than a more languid one.
Good God. Really? There's an economy here too. How do I slow it down?
You will keep us informed.
I'm at Windsor every day.
At 30 guineas a time, I'm not surprised.
Hard and wiry. What's your advice?
I can't believe he's ill. Baker makes it out here so that when in due course he recovers, Baker gets the credit. I've done much the same myself. In fact, before we came here today, I said to the House, I said that the nation was sick. Deliberately predicted national bankruptcy so that when in due course the economy recovered, prosperity was put down to me. No, he's not ill.
Well, I don't like it. Although, there was a mysterious illness once before, in your father's time. Government was at a standstill.
It was of no consequence.
It was of no consequence because he recovered.
It was of no consequence because the Prince of Wales was then a child of 3. It was of no consequence because Fox and his friends were not perched in the rafters, waiting to come in. We consider ourselves blessed in our constitution, tell ourselves that our parliament is the envy of the world. But we live in the health and well-being of the sovereign as much as any vizier the sultan.
And the Sultan orders it better. He has his son in there strangled.
Then downed 3 bumpers of the spar water. The effect on his system I will not venture to describe.
We are grateful for your forbearance, Captain Fitzroy. Well, Warren, what do you make of it?
Diagnosis is difficult unless I see it actually.
If you're not likely to, the king is more likely to go to my tailor than to see my doctor.
But I take the gravest of grievances.
His Majesty's discourse is sporadic. What's that?
Fits and starts, sir.
Usual thing, you mean?
He hardly sleeps.
And is often in excruciating pain.
There's no danger, is there? My death.
Gosh.
Or if not death, a state of mind so tenuous as to make it actually
Oh dear. Pitt will have to recall Parliament, and if His Majesty is ill, then Your Royal Highness must in due course be declared regent.
Regent?
King, in all but name.
Regent? With all the money?
Yes.
And all the power?
Oh, yes.
Where's Fox? We'd better send for him.
bath, lying on conscientious bosom of Mrs. Armiston.
Bet that's sporadic. Bits and starts there, what?
Fred, please. Pa is ill.
Sorry, babe.
It would be best if in this matter of His Majesty's health that we be seen to disclaim any party advantage.
But why exactly?
A month or so ago, Pitt looked set for another 10 years. Now we have the chance to turn him out because the king is ill. But we should not seem overeager lest we be thought unpatriotic or self-seeking.
Son caring for his sick, possibly dying father? That is hardly self-seeking.
But it must be reluctantly.
Of course, sir. Task unshown. No pleasure, no joy in it at all. Windsor will have to be changed, though. It's impossible as it is.
What is this? The king is unattended. Up with you, Papandique! Master. The matter is, sir, that it is morning. That is the matter. Morning is the matter. Not being attended to is the matter. I don't mutter, or mutter will be the matter. What is that to you? The king is up. You wait on the king, not on the clock. When the king is awake, you are awake. It is 4 o'clock. 6 hours sleep is enough for a man, 7 for a woman, and 8 for a fool.
We've only had 3, sir. We didn't go to bed till 1.
That insolence, sir?
No, sir. Arithmetic.
Find me my breeches!
What's all this damn noise? Is your boy wrong?
Yes, he has rung. He has been ringing for the past half hour. Lazy hound, stir us up, boy. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Find me my breeches!
I have them, sir.
What's your name?
You know my name, sir.
Do not tell me what I know and don't know. What is it?
Papandique, sir. Arthur, sir.
Arthur, is it? And you?
Fortnum, sir.
Oh, hold me, boys, or I shall fall.
It's all sorry, Your Majesty. If you would just lift your leg.
I am the king. You lift my leg. Look.
Oh, I am, sir. Happy.
Where do you shiver? I am not cold. I am warm. I am burning. No, I am not burning. It is my body that is burning. And I am trapped inside it. Where's the other rascal Brown? He's not gone back to bed, has he?
I'm here, sir.
I'll give you my shirt. What shirt is this?
Your shirt, sir.
No. It's rough. Feel. Calico. Sailcloth. This is a hair shirt.
It's linen, sir, and wounded yesterday.
How long have you been in my service?
Your Majesty knows.
How should I know if I ask? How long?
3 years, and before that I was in the service of the Prince of Wales.
Oh, God help you.
Those are the days, none of this 4 o'clock in the morning business. And a drink now and again.
Do not talk of the prince. Who has put you up to talking of the prince? Fortnum, have you sons?
I'm not married, sir.
Oh, that will not save you. Fetch me another.
Another what, sir?
Another shirt. A softer shirt. You brought this one up to scratch. Go, go. Hurry up, sir! Do not snatch and pull.
I'm not snatching and pulling, sir.
I am the king. You pull, sir.
Yes, sir.
Arthur, you do it.
My legs are tender.
These are not my proper stockings, sir. They itch to burn all inwards. My limbs are laced with fire. I will not give in to it. Have you said your prayers this morning?
Oh, I started, sir, but I was interrupted.
Repeat after me. Our Father,
Our Father,
who art in heaven,
who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
On earth as it is in heaven.
On earth as it is in
No! There are cramps in my blood. Stones in my belly. Lobsters crack my bone. Oh, Elizabeth!
Sir! We are in company!
Mind your own business!
You must rest, sir.
I cannot rest. I am the king. I must rule. Half the day is gone already. There's things to do. There's government.
Government hasn't begun yet, sir. Government's in bed.
Follow.
Well, Baker, what is to be done?
His Majesty must be bled. If you will only keep still. Forgive me.
Yes, go! Mr. Pitt must be informed! Elizabeth.
Yes, ma'am.
His Majesty's not himself. He's been a faithful husband, though he does not lack opportunity.
Yes, ma'am.
What was your husband like, Lord Pembroke?
A fiend, ma'am.
In what way?
In the usual way, ma'am.
Elizabeth, if the king should pay you undue attention, you must try to ignore it. It means nothing.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am?
Yes?
Then so must your Majesty.
Look!
What?
It's blue!
I call it purple. You and me, we piss plain. King's piss purple.
What are you dawdling here for? The king is unattended.
It's this, sir.
What?
The king's water, sir. It's blue, sir.
And purple.
It's been like this since His Majesty's business began.
What business? Don't be insolent. Well, what's important is not to dangle about. Where is His Majesty? Unattended and half undressed. That's what's important. Sir George, this is His Majesty's water.
I'm not interested in this water. I'm about to bleed.
It's blue. So? It's been blue since His Majesty's been ill.
Oh God, another doctor. Medicine is a science, sir. It consists of observation. Whether a man's waters are blue or not is neither here nor there.
Well, there's one lesson. At least he stopped with the what was it?
To my mind, is that the court too tight and mortal. What is wanting with His Majesty is a little quiet dissipation. A king and new mistress, or anyone in a lofty situation. It's unheard of.
It has been known.
I'm sorry, but I'm right am I not? The man has to break out.
Well, 15 children seem to me to indicate a degree of conscientiousness in that regard.
I'm talking of pleasure, not duty. It's so dull.
Better a dull monarchy than a disreputable one. They are a devoted couple.
The bloom has at any rate gone off the Queen's ugliness. Since she fell from her carriage and broke her nose, she's become quite handsome.
I do not think a king appreciates that he cannot be ill. I shall tell him that if he is ill for any length of time, then the government shall fall. That's the best medicine.
I was late. The king really would be mad.
I'd be obliged if you did not use that word.
What word?
Mad. He's no madder than the generality.
Been in the city. The stocks are down and they expect another one on the bank. Some damn fool must have talked.
Everybody talks.
Dick! The best fine, Fitzroy!
His Majesty sends his compliments and will receive you shortly.
Any change?
Captain Fitzroy, I left a box of the most urgent papers requiring His Majesty's signature. Hasn't dealt with them.
No, sir.
Some of them are a month old. The government is in a halt.
You have been spoiled. King never behind with his boxes, that's half the problem. Too conscientious.
These are appointments, pensions, jobs, votes. An ailing king means an ailing government.
So there's a lull in the government. The country will be grateful. There's too much damn government.
I have every hope of a cure, Your Majesty.
Cure, you cretin! You can cure a gammon ham!
No, Your Majesty.
Push off, you fat turd!
Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, Lord Chancellor, I should not have to deal with this.
Why, you are being paid, yes?
How is the king?
The same. Worse. There he is. His tongue runs away with him. Thoughts that a well man keeps to himself as babble forth.
Is he fit to be seen?
By who?
In public. He needs to be seen, or he'll be thought dying, and the stocks will fall further.
Have they fallen again? Oh dear, my broker was expecting a run on the bank.
Your broker, Baker?
Yes.
And, what were you doing with your broker, Baker?
Well, what does one do with one's broker? One has affairs.
Not selling stock.
I may have sold a little.
So it was you, sir!
Me, sir! No, sir! What, sir?
Fool! Dribbling idiot!
Sir, I am president of the Royal French Parliament Physicians!
Yes, and secretary of the Royal Institute of Flowers!
Not me, sir.
You have started one on the bank, sir!
No! No, sir!
The king's doctor sells his stock, although the king is not expected to recover.
Sharp, sharp, the king, the king.
I'm a poor man, I have families to think of!
Mr. Pitt, you see us suddenly an old man.
Will your majesty not sit down?
The king never sits when seeing his ministers. Sits, no. Shits, though, yes. Tell me I soiled my small clothes this morning. It is not true. Or it may be true. There is a fire in my flesh. I must quench it with whatever means comes to hand. Dundas, yes?
Your Majesty.
The Scots one. Solo?
Majesty?
Father is Rector of Ashfield. Brother, Bishop of Durham. Shaggy fellow, yes. Why do you look at me? I am the king, do not look at me! Speak, speak.
Perhaps I could lay before your majesty some of the more urgent papers requiring your majesty's signature.
Yes. I do not see very well, Mr. Pitt. There is no mist here.
No, sir.
Poor, aching brain. What is this I'm reading? America. Is it?
No, sir, it's a warrant for the most urgent expenditure. I beg your majesty to sign it.
America is not to be spoken of. Is that it?
For your own peace of mind, sir, but this is not America, it's a warrant.
Peace of mind! I have no peace of mind! I have had no peace of mind since we lost America! Forests, as old as the world itself. Lakes, plains, strange, delicate flowers, immense solitudes. All ours. Mine. Gone. A paradise lost. The trumpet of sedition has sounded. We have lost America! Soon we shall lose India, the Indies, Ireland even, our feathers plucked one by one, an island reduced to itself alone, a great state moulded into rottenness and decay, and they will lay it at my door! What is this I'm reading? It is America! The words fly ahead of me, I cannot catch them in this mist.
If your majesty would trust me, it's not America, it's the warrant for the most urgent expenditure. I beg your majesty to sign it.
Cannot sign it. I must read it. I do not sign anything I do not read. I could be signing my own deposition. Is that why you are all gathered here?
No.
No, sir. We are your loyal servants, sir, in your present frame of mind.
What do you know of my mind? Or its frame? Something is shaking the frame. Something is shaking my mind out of its frame. I am not going out of my mind. My mind is going out of me. Go, all of you.
Sir?
Go. Go!
Sir, I beg you.
William!
Sir, I beg you.
Make me what?
The warrants, sir. Your majesty must try to be well, or the government will suffer.
Government.
He can see. So he can read. He only has to sign.
Being a lawyer, I have had some commerce with matters. I speak as I find. When I was a young man, I was friend to one William Cowper. I saw him removed to a madhouse in St. Albans. For all I know, he's still there. Mind you, he was a rather morbid fellow. Poet.
What is it like?
Like taking off one's braces.
There is a consolation in it, you mean?
For some. Were the king not in pain, one might envy him saying what he likes.
I have a great disrelish for absurdity. But I'll not believe it. Let's have no more talk of madness, because I will not believe it. Do you hear?
God give me patience. It is not what you believe. This is what Parliament believes. It is what the Prince of Wales believes. This is what the city believes.
It's true. So long an absence will be construed. He'll be thought dead. The king must be seen. It need not be too severe a junket, but he must be seen.
Give it some stick! Forte! Forte! What?
Hush, sir, you are talking.
I know I am talking. They are playing, I am talking. The forte, Fiddler, forte! This is Handel. I met him once. Ordinary looking fellow. Lord Thurlow, I have his harpsichord. Mr. Pitt, Mr. Dundas, Baker. Now, Baker would have me believe that I have the gout. If I have the gout, sir, how can I kick the path without pain? You, sir. Kick it. Kick it, sir, kick it! Is that gout? No. Elbow people, bending persons, knees, gentlemen, hand kissers.
Your Majesty.
The Prince of Wales. What brings you to Windsor, sir?
I heard you were ill, Father.
Oh, what to hump the old bird out of the nest, is that it, you great cuckoo?
May I
Want to get
present-
your fat hands on government?
May I present to your Majesty Dr. Richard. Dr. Warren is my personal physician.
Personal physician do half of London. You're not my physician, sir. No man can serve more than one master.
I am servant of humanity, sir.
Huh? And how much does humanity pay you? How much does humanity pay you? There you go. You should tell your patient, the Prince, that he is too fat. Do not slouch, sir. Well, I shan't trouble you long. I am old and infirm.
Wish you good health, your Majesty.
Wish me? Wish me? You wish me nothing but death, you plump little partridge. Hush. Hush. You dare to keep the King of England from speaking his mind? I know your game! I know your game! He wants to see me put away!
No, sir, it's something you ain't. Come away, sir, come away!
Fools! Can't you see? Then you will all be put out! First the king, then all his ministers!
The prince has fainted. Fetch some hungry water. Give him air.
It is the son, Mr. Pitt, this Warren. He knows nothing. If you are wanting to kill the father, get the doctor to the son. We know your game, monster!
God, these foreign women.
Oh, did you see him? Oh, he was like a wild animal. Am I all right?
Slight bruising, sir.
Slight! Good God, man, I feel I've been hanged. And having seen His Majesty, what is your opinion?
Wholly demented, sir. Palsy of the brain.
Do not say it, but I can believe it. And did you see his eyes? Blackcurrant jelly. Still, as heir to the throne, I know His Majesty bears a heavy burden. One that we may soon have to share, Mr. Pitt. Oh, Baker, how is Majesty?
Still talking, sir, and the pulse is 104.
Quite wiry still.
So he is not in command of his senses?
Not at the moment, sir.
More likely to be, if I may say so, sir.
Then, as regent and heir to the throne, I must take decisions concerning His Majesty's treatment. And starting with, Dr. Warren will partner His Majesty solely.
I must insist, sir, this be a subject to the approval of His Majesty's ministers.
Insist? Approval? A son caring for his father? What are we coming to?
Your Royal Highness is right. This is a family matter.
And I shall also consult the physicians as to whether until His Majesty's treatment is ended, he should be separated from the Queen.
Her presence undoubtedly affects him, sir.
I must remind you, sir, that the King has frequently expressed his desire never to be separated from the Queen.
Ah, but the king is not himself, Mr. Pitt.
Mr. Sheridan is quite right. I know my mother. She puts the wrong ideas into his head. They are better apart. Lord Chancellor, Mr. Pitt, good day.
I want a bag! A bag!
What for?
The state secrets! I must carry them with me to my grave. London is flooded. We must take the children, get them to high ground, save Amelia, Adolphus, little Octavius.
Take his steps, sir.
Who has killed him? His brother? He would kill me, I know that. You too, Elizabeth, you must not drown.
Hush, sir, you are talking.
I know I'm talking! Do not tell me I talk! I follow my words, I run after them. I am dragged like an elocution's tail, their ceaseless discourse precedes me wherever I go. Telling me I talk. I must talk in order to keep up with the words in my head. I thought we had taken you.
Who, sir?
The other George. The fat one. I thought you had deceived me with the sun.
Sir!
Still, Elizabeth comes to my bed. Don't you, Elizabeth?
Leave us! You too, Elizabeth! And you! All of you out! Now talk away.
Tell me, which of us do you prefer? He sneaks into your bed, I know that. Well, do not flatter yourself, madam. You are one of many women, and not even the first. That's it. The mother is not even the first of the son's women. Think of that! Those fat hands, the young belly, the plump thighs, the harlot's delight. And young belly, plump thighs, harlot's
Be still, sir. For pity's sake, listen, George, hear me. Do you think you are mad?
I don't know. I don't know. Madness isn't such torment. Madness isn't half blind. Madmen can stand. They skip. They dance. And I talk. I talk. I hear the words, so I have to speak them. I have to empty my head of the word. Something has happened. Something is not right. Oh, stop.
Can we never be solitary? I told you to leave us. Go away, sir. His Majesty and I are talking.
The floods. Have the waters fled?
Hush, sir.
Fitzroy is right. You are right to take precautions.
I have been instructed by His Royal Highness to move Your Majesty's lodgings, Ma'am.
Why? Where?
It is to assist His Majesty's recovery, Ma'am.
But I'm the Queen.
You are not to have access to His Majesty's presence, Ma'am.
Not that. You mean I am not permitted to see the King?
This is not permitted. Not permitted.
No! No!
The contents of your apartments have already been transferred, Ma'am.
No! Stop! Where are you going? Where are you taking His Majesty? No! George! Stop!
We must all move. Find the children, gather them together. The waters are rising. The Queen must come too. She will drown if she remains.
She will come, sir. She is coming.
Come on, madam. I will show you where they have pushed us.
it would be useful to review the situation before any further treatment was undertaken. Try my pulse, would you, Baker? I'm here, of course, to represent the government's concern and interest in this matter. But beyond that, as someone who has always had the well-being of the Prince at heart. Now you, Baker, I know, and Dr. Warren, and
This is Sir Lucas Pepys, whom I've taken the liberty of consulting.
the more the merrier. Are you familiar with His Majesty's condition?
I have spent a lifetime in the study of the infractuosities of the human understanding.
The what?
For mine, sir, and its delinquencies. If it were possible, I would value an early viewing of one of His Majesty's motions.
Yes, that could be arranged, couldn't it? How am I doing, Baker?
Still pretty wiry, 90.
Hell and damnation, what's a man to do?
Oh, the pox varies. It doesn't signify.
Oh, really? And what do you think, Pepys?
Oh, I agree. I've always found the stool more elegant.
Indeed. Now, what the devil is the matter with the king?
My diagnosis is that the gouty humour is settled on the brain. I would begin by prescribing regular doses of James powder.
I tried that, no effect.
Well, I would then suggest emetics.
We tried that too. They made His Majesty very loose. So I gave him some laudanum, which made him very constipated.
Constipation? Oh, I don't like that. Has he been blessed?
No expedient known to the most advanced medical opinion has been neglected.
Well, what's the outlook?
Very grave. Unless the humour can be decoyed from the brain, His Majesty's life, and certainly his sanity, is in the utmost danger.
I, however, am a little more optimistic. Wild though His Majesty's behaviour is, his discourse is at least consistent. It is the principle on which it is founded, which is an error.
Yes, what does that mean?
It means that whilst he believes that London is flooded, at least he knows it is flooded with water.
Well, what should it be flooded with then?
I don't know. Porridge. Turtle soup.
What do you suggest, Pepys?
An immediate purge.
Warren?
He must be blistered.
I agree, this will never submit.
He must be blistered on the back to draw the humours from the brain, and he must be blistered on the legs to draw the humours to the lower extremities.
And what if you refuse?
Then he must be forced.
The king. Forced.
Yes.
Very well. Forced gently. Pepys, if I were to furnish you with a sample stool, would you be able to cast an eye over it for me?
Your Majesty, it is in the physician's opinion that Your Majesty's health would benefit from the application of blisters to your back and legs.
And it is in His Majesty's opinion that the physician's health would benefit by the application of blisters to their arse.
Your Majesty knows the love and esteem in which I hold Your Majesty. I beg you to submit to this treatment.
Oh, Gregor. You too.
Bind him.
No, this is the king.
Bind him, I say.
No! Bandage him.
No. No, what are you doing? Don't touch me, damn you! I am the king! Go, tell the queen I am assaulted. The queen, help! The bird.
Down we go,
Who shall
Sir,
take the
don't make it
king?
hard.
Easy, sir, easy.
Now I am the object. The king governs the rule of rule. I am the subordinate clause, the insubordinate George.
Steady, Majesty.
God, unto whom all hearts be open, all desires known, and from whom no secrets be hid, cleanse the thoughts of our hearts by inspiration of thy Holy Spirit, that we may perfectly love thee and worthily magnify thy holy name. Oh, for the sake of Jesus Christ our Lord. No! No! Not my skin! Not my skin! Oh, Jesus, help me! For pity's sake! I am the Lord's anointed.
opened him.
And then, when the baker's back was turned, the king took the chamber pot, poured it over his head, saying, "Now, Sir George, you're a knight of the chamber."
I must say, he's more amusing now than he ever was sane.
And also blue. Blue?
Oh, for some reason his water's blue.
What about support?
I'm gradually picking away at Pitt's men and the uncommitted. We only need to win over a few dozen or so, but we must be patient. We shall lose support if we seem overeager.
That's Pitt's game. Spit it out.
And that's what I said.
You're being overeager, damn it, and also in debt. Once Pitt's out, he'll never get back in.
Only if His Majesty recovers.
But His Majesty will not recover. Warren says so. I'm not being unfeeling, am I, Charles?
No, sir. You must think of the country.
Ah, yes, the government. What fun, Fred.
I were to take that we still have the majority of around 50.
We would have more leeway if our boy was the start. I mean, why does he not unbend a little, always on stilts?
Sir Boothby's crucial. Sir Boothby is member for Berkshire.
My lord, sir.
Sir.
I received the sad intelligence from my constituency yesterday of the untimely death of Colonel Banstead of the Dragoon Guards.
My condolences. He will be much missed.
Yes, as you know, the Colonel was an unwavering supporter of Mr. Pitt and incidentally happened to be the steward of the market of Newbury.
Was he?
It came to my attention that you may be in some difficulty in finding a suitable replacement of the caliber of the Colonel, and one name immediately sprang to my mind. My nephew, Ramsay.
That I can fill the vacancy so readily is a great weight off my mind. But I fear your nephew may have to curb his natural eagerness a little while longer.
Hear that, Ramsden? Bring it in.
His Majesty, as you may have heard, is a little indisposed and is taking a short vacation from Vauxhall.
This indisposition is of some gravity.
Oh, no.
He's off colour, man, that's all.
And we will take our leave.
But Mr. Pitt can continue to be assured of your support.
Oh yes, things being equal, of course, though one mustn't keep Ramsden in suspense. Sir!
That was the member for Berkshire.
Yes, what does he want?
Well, he wanted to be spoken to, for a start. Smiled on.
He has the nomination for 3 other seats besides. 4 votes in all, William, which we have just lost. It would help our situation if you endeavoured to be less distant, more convivial.
I am His Majesty's Chief Minister. I'm not running a chop house.
They gather to the Prince's pasture boil. When Parliament resumes, we will be faced with a group of eloquent and exasperated men.
Against whom, unless the king recover, no amount of dining will avail. I hate the disorder of it. If only he could sign his name.
We can delay no longer. As Lord Chancellor, I must draw up a bill appointing the Prince of Wales Regent. If the king is mad, there is no alternative.
He is not mad. I will not have that word used.
In the House, no. But here, between ourselves, damn it.
Here or in the house or anywhere. I do not admit the fault.
Very well. But he is mad, damn it.
When your father was ill, what form did it take?
Why? What's that to do with anything? He was mad. That is the form it took. Not this form. Not this form at all.
He soils his clothes, urine, excrements. He talks filth. The slops of his mind swelling over. I am not a nurse. If His Majesty cannot regulate himself, how should he regulate the country?
The king, sharp, sharp.
I shall be relieved when it has ended, one way or another.
Yes,
It's Mr. Pitt, sir.
Mr. Pitt. Where?
Here, sir.
I have to stand close, Mr. Pitt. Speak up. I don't see so well. missed him. And in my ears, you drink. I smell it on your breath. Still a young man. No. Would your Majesty not prefer to sit? Stand. I can't sit. Shit.
Sire! You must stop, His Majesty. This is the only way.
I left a box of the most urgent papers with your Majesty last week. Remember you. Young boy. Father old. Man wants not majesty, just nerves. Yes, sir, it will pass. Parliament resumes tomorrow, sir. Do nothing, Mr. Pitt. Not what I am not mad. There is a Mr. Queen, God. The doctors thought it best, sir. No, stop, mentors, stop. Honourable members would, I am sure, like to know that I saw His Majesty yesterday, and the only symptom of his disorder was a tendency to repeat things and a wandering from one topic to another. A characteristic which is shared by most of the converts of polite society, which, if judged severely, would warrant the consignment to Bedlam of many in this house.
Mr. Pitt's consoling pleasantries do not deceive this house. The king is incapacitated. In those circumstances, we demand that unless the prince are being regent, we have no faith in His Majesty's government.
A majority of 30.
30.
At least we have more time.
Not enough. I saw the king yesterday. He did not know me. I was mistaken. He is mad. Next up will not be so easy. We're finished.
Mr. Pitt.
Yes? Give me a number.
Mr. Pitt, I understand that you are dissatisfied with His Majesty's doctors. Mr. Pitt, my mother-in-law lost her wits, and a succession of physicians failed to recover them for her. However, there was one doctor who was confident of her return to health, and accordingly she was placed in his care.
And is she recovered?
Entirely. Rides to hounds, founded some almshouses, embroiders around the clock. I have written down his name.
Dr. Willis.
Your name has been given me by a Lady Pembroke as one of particular skill in the treatment of intellectual maladies. You cured my mother-in-law, and now you are a clergyman. Now you are in an asylum in Lincolnshire.
I prefer to call it a farm, sir. My patients occupy themselves in manual work and activities connected with the estate.
Quite so, although in His Majesty's case, manual labour would hardly be appropriate. You have read the reports on His Majesty's condition?
Yes, interesting and very puzzling. No evidence of earlier attacks, no family history, and yet we have all these symptoms.
Yes.
Pain in the lower legs, skin tender, talks continuously with varying degrees of sense.
Wow.
And variously diagnosed. Ossification of the membrane, rheumatism in the head, flying gout, oh dear me. Delirium with fever, delirium without fever. No, hard to say what it is, can't even give it a name. I'm bound to say I've never come across a condition quite like this before.
But I was told you were experienced in these disorders.
I am.
Yet you've never heard of anything like this before.
No.
Dr. Willis, I was given to assume that you could cure His Majesty. Seems I was misled. Good afternoon, Dr. Willis.
Oh, I can cure him. I'm just not sure what from.
Are you certain?
About what?
The cure, man!
No doubt about that.
When? How long?
Hard to say, but sooner rather than later. I am given certain undertakings, authority over the patient, access to him at all times.
No! No, I must speak!
Dr. Willis, ma'am.
Your Majesty.
Have you met His Majesty?
No, ma'am.
It is the same with all the doctors. None of them know him. His Majesty is not himself. So how can they restore him to that proper self if they do not know what it is? Where do they know how to look for it? His Majesty is not mad. He is an angel of kindness and goodness.
There's something else I should tell you, Dr. Willis. There are several physicians in attendance who do not think His Majesty will recover.
And are anxious that he should not recover.
He will recover, ma'am. I promise you.
Here's Captain Gravel, King's Equerry. Good day, Dr. Willis.
Dr. Willis, Mr. Pitt is anxious that the king should recover because his government depends on it. I am anxious that the king should recover, but that is because I love His Majesty. Before you meet him, you should know that his manner is unusual, abrupt, spasmodic, so that what might seem odd in an ordinary person, in him is normal, just his way.
The state of monarchy and the state of lunacy share a frontier. Some of my lunatics fancy themselves kings. He is king, so where shall his fancies take refuge?
We do not use the word lunatic, sir, in relation to His Majesty.
Who is to say what is normal in a king? Agreed with, deferred to, acquiesced in. Who could flourish on such a daily diet of compliance? To be curbed, stood up to, in a word thwarted, exercises the spirit, elasticates the character, makes it pliant. It is the want of such exercise that makes rulers rigid. So we must begin by giving him that exercise as we would exercise a horse, and breaking him as we would break a horse.
This is not some creature brought to show paces like a managed filly. This is the king.
Whom I must cure.
The king, the king! Sharp, sharp!
One feature of His Majesty's disorder was that having arrived at a word, he found himself unable to leave it. That seems to be passing, but now he just speaks without ceasing. Yesterday, 4 hours at a stretch. You know, must not be bound by etiquette. Interrupt him.
Never fear, Mr. Greville. I am a doctor. I am not here to make myself agreeable.
Talking of land, we saw the sea first, we were 35. 5 sevens are 35, 5 eights are 40.
All the poet said was blue, red, red, it was blue, blue, blue. It wasn't blue, blue at all. What a grey, grey. Oh, won't be disappointed.
It's like everything else. You go see for yourself, and it's not the case at all. See North Broad, blue. I don't know what colour it was we went in. Sea bathing. We couldn't bathe now. Why? The water would soak into our skin. We leak. There are holes in our skin. We take in water. We sink, flounder. The doctors have made more hole that we would go to the bottom in an instant. We could plough a furrow, you know. Give us a field, a decent plough, and we could plough a furrow straight as a ruler. Straight as a ruler, done by a ruler. And another beside that, and another beside that. Until you had as pretty a ploughed field as you could find this side of Cirencester. Put us out of our kingdom tomorrow, and we shall not want employment.
I have a farm, Your Majesty.
Give us the management of 50 acres, and ploughing, and sowing, and harvest, and we could do it, and strike a handsome profit into the bargain.
I said I have a farm, Your Majesty.
This gentleman, sir, has made the illness under which Your Majesty suffers his special study.
Hush, sir.
A mad doctor, is it? I am not mad, just nervous.
I only wish to alleviate some of the inconveniences from which Your Majesty suffers.
inconveniences, insults, assaults, and salts beside rub into these wounds of mine. See, I eat my meals with a spoon, a pusher. George, by the grace of God, King of England, Ireland, Scotland, Elector of Hanover, Duke of Brunswick, a pusher. By your dress, sir, and general demeanour, I would have said you were a minister of God.
You are right. I was once in the service of the church, and now I practice medicine.
But I am sorry for it. You have quitted a profession I have always loved and embraced another I heartily detest.
Our Saviour went about healing the sick.
Yes, but he was not paid £700 a year for it. But he was not paid £700 a year for it, eh? Not bad for a madman.
I have a hospital in Lincolnshire, sir.
I know Lincolnshire. Fine sheep, admirable sheep. There are pigs there too. Pigs can be very fine. Hay is a means of maintenance for the cow, grass for the sheep, oats for the horse, and pigs will eat anything. I have a fondness for pigs. But I know of no hospital.
We have cows and pigs and sheep also.
In the hospital? Are they mad too?
My patients work, sir. They till the soil. They cultivate. And in doing so, they acquire a better conceit of themselves.
And the King of England. A man can have no better conceit of himself than that. Do you look at me, sir?
I do, sir.
I have you in my eye.
No, sir. I have you in my eye.
You are gone. By God, I am bothered! Oh!
Your Majesty can control his utterance, if you would. I believe you can be well, only if you will.
Do not look at me! I am not one of your fathers!
Your Majesty must behave, or endeavour to do so.
Must? Must? Whose must? Your must or my must? No must. Get away from me, you scabby bumsucker!
Easy, sir. Easy.
No, no. Leave me, boys. Let me lie upon this ground and tell this lump-headed fool to shut his gob-box. You spunk splasher. You Lincolnshire fingers!
Clean your tongue, sir. Clean your tongue.
Hush, sir.
Be still, sir. I will not be still. I'll be a guest in the graveyard first.
Very well. If your Majesty does not behave, you will be restrained.
When felons were induced to talk, they were first shown the instrument of their torture. The king was shown the instrument of his, and induced him not to talk. Well, I won't. I won't. Not for you and your ding boys. Villain, I have done thy mother! Go to hell for its own moment or so, you clap-ridden shit-sack! Oh, see them off, Gribble, see them off! You! I'll have you fast for this! Horsewhip! Your head paraded on pikes outside my palace! You sanctimonious bitthole!
It is unseemly, sir.
You have no business, sir. His Majesty is ill.
I must inform His Royal Highness this is a scandal.
Call off your dog, sir.
If His Majesty refuses food, he will be restrained. If he claims to have no appetite, he will be restrained. If he swears or indulges in meaningless discourse, he will be restrained. If he throws off his bedclothes, tears away his bandages, scratches at his sores, and if he does not strive every day and always towards his own recovery, then he must be restrained. I am the king of England! No, sir! You are the patient! No! No! No!
The arrangement
Perfectly well. Can't you settle everything?
We are all to be consulted. You and I are to arrive at 11, discuss the day's treatment with Willis, and then share a roast for the rest of the day.
Exactly. But Willis is a resident here at Windsor. We spend half our time on the road from London. So whereas Willis is in attendance part of the day, we spend half our time on the road from London. Well,
The Prince doesn't like it either, I hear.
Yes.
Doesn't like that.
and another thing. Willis is not a member of the Royal College of Physicians. He's draft provincial and unconnected. But I tell you, we would do well to speak one voice, though he will face the Look at you, George. King's first physician. For how long, I wonder?
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, and another thing. You and I, George, we may be trifle old-fashioned, but we are both skilled in the practice of all-round medicine. Present us with any of the body's multifarious ailments, we can diagnose and treat.
We're general practitioners.
Exactly. But Willis isn't. Willis specialises. Willis confines himself to understanding intellectual parts of the mind. Well, what sort of medicine is that?
Profitable medicine. Now, when you've got a madhouse like Willis, there's board and rent money as well.
But isn't it narrowed? Circumscribed, body, colonised, divided up. One man's empire the stomach, another the supreme authority where joint is concerned. That is the general physical talks. But we'll have to be careful, George, because if that sort of partial medicine catches on, you and I, we're finished. A general physician will be a full man physician.
Good news! A fetid and a stinking stool. That colour good, well shaped, and of a prodigious quantity.
I was saying to Baker here, we must form a strong alliance between us against the interloper.
Quite. Mind you, the urine is a little dark. Or is it the light?
Dr. Willis.
One voice, remember.
Sir George, I understand we are to issue a bulletin as to His Majesty's condition.
Perhaps. But then perhaps not. I don't know what you've been given to understand, I'm sure.
I have prepared one if you would care to look it over.
Look this over? We were not meant to look this over. We were meant to draw this up together. A good night's sleep. The pages say you never slept for more than an hour together.
And there's no mention of the pulse.
Or the stool.
It's a concoction. It must be written now. The Privy Council says we must decide on treatments together. What's your suggestion, Willis? More damn lectures, I suppose.
I talk to His Majesty in order to recall him to a proper sense of himself.
Talk, Baker.
Well, as His Majesty's pulse has become languid, now might be the moment for some more James's powders. A good sweat never did anybody any harm. And some musk, I think, although the stench is so obnoxious that he may not be able to keep it down. But that may also be a good thing. Yes, a good spew and a good sweat.
But I prefer to come at it from the other direction. If one purgative process produces such a prodigious quantity as this, well, I'd be a fool not to double the dose.
My instinct is to apply blisters to his legs and then shave his head and apply them there.
His legs are still separating from your last course of blisters.
Yes, that is the point of them, Doctor. Poison is finding its way out through the skin. So, Willis's talk, Baker's sweat, Peter's purge, or my blisters. Which is it to be?
I think all of them. Yes. After all, one of us is bound to have it right. Prepare the blisters.
May I beg you not to blister His Majesty's head? His skin is so tender he can't even bear his wig.
Good. That will make it all the more efficacious.
His Majesty has just been sick.
Yes, that will be the emetics I introduced into his system. No need for that food festering his insides. One last thing. I am of the opinion that His Majesty would benefit greatly were he to be lodged nearer London. At the palace at Kew, for instance.
So, yes, Kew would be a lot handier for me.
His Majesty is fond of Windsor.
What has that got to do with it?
Will not the familiarity of his surroundings assist in his recovery?
If it did, you would not know it. You're not a doctor.
Yes, the change of scene might be just the ticket. Willis, you have no
Objections? It's all one to me. I would have him in Lincolnshire if I had my way. He'd be on the mend there in no time.
Please restore me to my senses, or let me die directly for thy mercy's sake. The king thrown in the chair, enthroned in the chair of a machine for punishing, a fastening chair, a fastening chair, a fashioning chair, to fashion the king to the ordinary fashion. To fashion the king to the ordinary passion. This is the English way. This is how they would have all their kings. This is the glorious revolution. The king in shackles. They would have all their kings mad in England. It is convenient.
Fitzroy. Fitzroy.
I will not handle the king, sir. I cannot do it.
Fitzroy, please.
Sir, it is not my function.
Is it the treatment?
Hang the treatment. My function is to frame the monarch for public view. I am the lender, sir. I'm to do the public appearances. My function is to expurgate his humanity, expunge all that is common, and present him as an object fit for public veneration. With this
is the English way.
I will attend, but no more.
English way. What's this? The hot cup. No, I've been scolded enough. No.
Sorry, sir, don't.
No, God! We have heard and straightened our ways like lost sheep. We have left undone the things you ought to have done, and we have done the things you ought not to have done, and there is no health in us, but thou, oh God, have mercy on us, miserable offenders. No, God, no!
Leave it, no, leave it!
But I've scarcely started, sir.
I don't care whether you've started or finished. The treatment does not signify. Stop, I say.
Oh my God, thank God.
Thank God, yes, sir. Also thank me.
Thank you, sir. No, sir. You are a fiend.
Try His Majesty's head.
Have you no faith in these treatments?
They will not cure him.
Then why permit them?
My colleagues have prescribed them. Although, if the king sees it is in my power to remit them or cut them short, they are not without value.
That is torture.
Medicine, young man. My medicine is mastering. When I stop the blistering, the king is grateful. He perceives my authority. And thus he will come to obey me.
I had an empire once. There were forests there, and lakes and plains and little soft hills.
Zevov, sir. You've got to talk of America.
Monarch and master, I have carried my eager hand to every part of that smiling land. But wherever I have laid my loving hand, my touch has raised mutiny.
Be still, sir. Hush, I beg you.
Snowy paps all inflamed, all nature in a turmoil.
It ain't America, it's Lady P.
But with tact and love I shall take her hand and carry it through my sceptre, that she may feel its strength and its softness.
It's either her ladyship or America, sir. One or the other, but should be either, should it, sir?
These fancies are improper, sir. You have been told before. I see you, sir.
Sir, you do not see me. Nobody sees me. I am not here.
I have you in my eye, sir. And I will keep you in my eye until you begin to behave and do as you are told.
I am the king. I tell, I am not told, and the verb, I am not the object.
Until you are fit to govern yourself, you are not fit to govern others. Until you do, I shall govern you.
Govern yourself then, you goat. An old fellow like you, tapping the queen. Where is she? What have you done with her?
Have a care, sir, or I shall have you blistered.
Where is she? Is she in Lincolnshire? In your colony? Is she ploughing with the others, sir, or are you ploughing her?
Fetch the waistcoat.
Is she dead? Has he killed her? Show me the queen, show me!
The queen is not dead, sir. If you behave yourself, you do as you're told, and the queen shall come to Kew, and you shall see her.
Oh, we're going to Kew, sir.
Kew? What's this for? I'd as soon go to Japan. And the other one. The other one. Shall I see her?
No, sir. You will not see her, and you will not speak of her.
Shall I see her? I must speak of her. I love her. I love her. Oh, then I am dead. I am a coffin king. I will be taken out and my genitals torn off and pulled apart by horses and my limbs exhibited in a neighbouring town. I am here, Dr. Willis, but I am not all there.
It is torture! What a terrible garment!
Courage, Bryn!
No, let me breathe!
When Parliament declares your Highness Regent, Pitt will endeavour to impose restraints.
Restraints? I want no restraints. What sort of restraints? Go on. Restraints? What on?
Your freedom to make appointments.
There can be no question of it. When you appoint Regent with full power to dismiss Pitt and appoint whoever you may choose in his place. Of course, Whigs maintain the opposite, that the power of the crown should be restrained at these extraordinary circumstances.
They are indeed. I'm a good man. My father wasn't, isn't. And I'm a Whig too, and for the best of reasons. My father ruled me like he did the Bostonians. And now this is my tea party. Restrictions indeed.
Sir Booth is Scrimshire and Mr. Raniston Scrimshire, Your Royal Highness.
Sir Boothby. Sir Boothby is here to commiserate with your Royal Highness on the continuing indisposition of His Majesty.
And how is His Majesty's indisposition?
It continues. It continues.
My nephew, Ramsden, has been utterly disconsolate, his spirits only sustained by your Majesty's resplendent health and the amplification of your prospects.
So kind.
In any event, my nephew has been most anxious to serve under your Majesty in any capacity whatsoever, but in particular as the steward of the Market of Newbury.
The steward of the Market of where?
Dewsbury. Newbury, Ramsden?
I'm Bishop of Osnabrück, you know. Keen on sheep, are you?
Childhood dreams, sir.
We are touched by your solicitude, and when the time comes, we shall remember it.
Sir.
And we are most grateful to you.
Grateful to that boot.
Ludicrous fellow.
Perhaps. But his vote is not ludicrous, nor the 3 other votes he brings with him. It's upon him and other such marketable flotsam we depend. So that's 4 more.
Captain Fitzroy, Your Royal Highness.
Captain Fitzroy. How is our invalid?
Raving this morning, sir, in the straitjacket this afternoon. You man not doing the trick now? No.
Oh dear. What a shame.
I have come for Thurlow.
That brute got 4.
Lord Thurlow is here, sir.
Excellent. Fetch him in.
This is your spy, I suppose. But can you tell me?
There's no party with obnoxious persons. He's never been on the wrong side.
I will not serve with him. He has not a Whig breath in his body.
Charles! We cannot undo weeks of calculation by a fit of pique.
Lord Thurlow, sir.
Lord Thurlow.
Your Royal Highness, I can tell you in complete confidence that Mr. Pitt is so despondent that he's preparing to return to private practice as a barrister.
So he's giving up. It's worth knowing.
It is. Only I read in the newspaper this morning. However are we to pay you for this invaluable intelligence and your defection?
Defection? No. Administrations come and go. As I see it, the function of the Lord Chancellor is to provide continuity.
What's your price?
To remain on the wall, sir.
You shall have it, sir, I promise you.
Thank you, sir. And were I to offer advice, I would say that the present situation calls for the utmost delicacy.
Yes, the utmost.
Everything will come to you in due course. Your Highness is but to wait.
Wait? Wait? My whole life has been waiting. I endeavour to cultivate languor. But it is hard to be languid when the throne of England is pending. To be heir to the throne is not a position, it is a predicament. People laugh at me. What must I do to be taken seriously? I tell you, sir, to be the Prince of Wales is not becoming of a gentleman.
Yes, it takes character to withstand the rigors of indolence. Do we need Fox?
We need the prince. They come as a set.
So, the sport is going.
Yes, the next vote will be close. Well?
Not ready yet.
Sharp, sharp, the king, the king.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? She'll be a Q, you said. What have you done with her?
You are not fit to see her yet.
It was a lie. Not fit. You are an ordained minister and you told me a lie.
Oh, that lie, sir, will have you out of me living! I don't have you out that famous farm of yours and lose your 10 lunatics across Lincolnshire! Liar! Liar!
Hush, sir. The Queen is here and you. When you learn to conduct yourself properly, you shall see her.
You mendacious old fool!
Cheer up, Georgie, me old love.
You rascal!
Stinks.
You slack-ass drizzle prick!
I have had enough of this foolishness. Come to your senses, sir.
I cannot come to my senses. I must go to my senses, and I cannot go to my senses because I'm fastened here!
Now that we are safely in our new abode, shall we give thanks? Let us pray.
How can I? I cannot put my hands together.
Prayer is an attitude of the soul.
Bollocks! You have to put your hands together, or it does not signify.
Oh God! Who knowest us to be in the midst of great dangers, that by reason of the frailty of our nature we cannot always stand upright.
Yes, and why, liar?
Grant to us such strength and protection that may carry us through temptation and support us in our trespasses. Through Jesus Christ, our Lord.
Amen.
Liar.
Amen.
I was not expecting you.
Why, it is Tuesday, my customary day.
It's Christmas Day.
Is it? Well, they're all one to me. And you, Q?
Colder.
That's the summer palace.
Summer palaces, winter palaces. They're not up to date in such frivolities. Sweats and fevers in such a cold place will do him no good. It is a tomb. It is a wonder the Prince of Wales does not appreciate that.
I used to sit by my father too. Hours at a time. He would not speak. Of course, when he was well, he used to read us Shakespeare, and when it came to the comic parts, he handed the book to me.
I've never read Shakespeare. I'm a clergyman.
Your Majesty?
Mr. Pitt, I have something to say.
No, let me up from this article for sitting in. No, I see my minister's vertical. Eye to eye to eye.
He's only trying to stand. Your Majesty is only trying to stand. Please sit, sir.
No, sir.
Very well.
Mr. Pitt. It is Mr. Pitt, isn't it?
It is, sir.
I have to be careful. I have all the state secrets. They listen in your shoo, shoo, and past in particular. Get away, you old goat. Go back to Lincolnshire. My son comes and looks at me.
spies on me through the door. I have heard him laughing.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Anything else I wanted to tell you? Yes. They have killed the Queen. Did you know that?
No, sir.
Keep on saying no, sir. Yes, sir. You do not know the world, Mr. Pitt. I'm very sad about the Queen. Very sad indeed. We were very happy together. Are you cold, sir?
It is chilly, sir.
Not for me. I make the weather by means of mental projection. You know nothing. What do you know, you provincial fool? My son wants me locked up. He wants the government. It's not too bad about the Queen, because I was never actually married to her. I was married to the tall one, the Elizabeth. The old fool doesn't know it, but she's my real wife. The Queen was a good woman, but she's not a Paxson Lady Penwood.
Leave that, sir. Leave it.
No, no, sir. Leave us. This is government. This is affairs of state.
This is nothing of the sort. This is filth.
You see, Mr. Pitt, how they fling me about like a sack of barley.
I will leave you, sir.
No, you will not leave me. I have not said you could. You do not leave the king until you are dismissed.
Mr. Pitt may go. I say he may.
I dismiss you. That is where you may go, but it is my say-so. Do you hear? Not his. Not his, Mr. Pitt. Mind, you hear?
Dr. Willis, I came here hoping for some alteration. What do I still Parliament? It's been over a month since you took charge of His Majesty's health, and still I can detect no improvement.
It is there, I assure you.
He is different, certainly, but no better. Is there no other treatment you could use? Is it rigorous enough?
Sir?
You assured me you could cure him.
I can.
We'd better hurry up. Soon it'll be too late.
Mr. Pitt, do nothing, Mr. Pitt. Not Fox. I am not mad. Your father. Your father was mad. I saw him. I saw your father. I am not like he was. You may go, Mr. Pitt. I give you leave. Whatever I think, the bells ring it, the dogs bark it, the birds sing it, the walls hear it. There are people hiding in the walls, hiding in the now. They make me think thoughts I would not think of, would not think of dreaming, would not dream of thinking. Put them there, tormenting me, influencing my body, speaking the thought language.
Fetch Crevin Fitzroy. And that other page, where is he?
What with, sir? He's left, sir. Instead of doing like work. He's gone to start a provisions merchant in Piccadilly.
I wish to remind your Majesty, in the presence of all your attendants, your contract.
What contract? There is no contract. I am the King of England. I signed no contract.
Namely, if the King indulges in meaningless discourse, he will be restrained. If he struggles or strikes his attendants, he will be restrained.
You have no right. You have no
If
concept
he
of my
indulges
divine
in
right.
filth
You
or
minister
obscene
of God,
language,
you will burn in
makes
hell for
improper
eternity.
allegations
You'll burn in
against the
brimstone
Queen
and suffer.
or
You'll be
Dr.
judged
Willis,
by the Holy
or
Trinity, you
entertains
blasphemer,
lascivious
you
thoughts
heretic, you
against
traitor to
Lady Pembroke
state.
or any lady, then this is what you must do. No.
I will do no such thing.
Nor me. You will do it, because there is no more disrespect in it than turning off a tap. If this putrid discourse eased the king's mind of its poisons, then no, one would not turn it off. But it is not like that. All men, even ministers of religion, nurture such thoughts. They do not infect our talk, because discretion and decorum filter them out. Because that filter, which His Majesty refuses to operate, must learn to operate again. And until he does, we must hope, Your Majesty, it is soon,
All assembled, Splendid. Been to a seasonal gathering at Chiswick. Pepys and I thought to combine business with pleasure. I take it His Majesty has been talking again. Once Willis, I think you're being very sensible. Here is the bulletin.
No mention of the stool again, I suppose.
Oh, the stool, the stool. My dear Pepys, the persistent excellence of the stool has been one of this disease's most tedious features. When will you get it into your mind that one can produce a copious, regular, well-turned evacuation every day and still be a stranger to reason?
Nature provides us with these clues. We neglect them at our peril.
Yes, like the pulse. Less regular than one's made it on some occasions, and more so than on others. Willis, you say here His Majesty has been talking less, so why is he out?
Lasciviousness. But there has been some coherent conversation before witnesses. Do you doubt my words, sir? I am a minister of religion.
So is Caiaphas. These wounds have healed up nicely, which won't do at all. The wounds must be kept open, or the poison will not flow. Bless to him today and again tomorrow. And a very Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
In England, we look up with awe to kings, with affection to parliaments. Loth though I am to raise my voice against His Majesty, it must be said. Should this frail and piteous wreck of a man govern this nation? Can he do so? I say no. Let us look to the hope of this house, the Prince of Wales!
No, this is practically the worst bulletin yet. We go into the house with this, we'll lose the vote outright.
The bulletin is a joint production. As you know, the crew are pulling for the other shore.
Let me write it.
Can I do that?
Of course, man. Show him, show him.
You must take quick to the day.
Mr. Pitt brandishes an optimistic bulletin on His Majesty's health. It occurs to some of us on this side of the house that we always get these optimistic bulletins when this matter comes to a vote.
How is His Majesty? Truthfully.
I need time.
No, we'll not withdraw. If the king is incapacitated to write the Prince of Wales to govern this kingdom.
Only if that right is confirmed by Parliament.
Well, let us confirm it then. When will we see a bill proclaiming the Prince of Wales regent?
In due course, in due course. It is still being drafted soon.
It's been ready for weeks. But you keep wanting more restraint on the prince, and they're a waste of time. This government may tie his hands, the next will untie them.
Well?
We have the majority of 10.
10. That won't last long. You've lost the battle. You must present the bill. The prince must be made regent. These things happen. He's not going to recover, is he?
Not in time, certainly. And once the Prince of Wales is in charge, we shall never know if he has recovered or not.
And why is that?
Because the regent will mew up in some Windsor Mikado and mad old saying he'll never be seen from again.
You have been reading too many novels.
Very well. I'll present the bill next week.
That's it. Get it over with. Get it over with. All this excitement isn't good for me. I'm sure my pulse has gone up again.
Your hat,
Yes. What is it?
You left it in your apartment with the Prince of Wales.
No, not my hat. Take it away. It doesn't fit even.
Your name, sir. Your coat of arms.
And so it is. Odd. Wonder how it got there. Still, better put it on lest I lose it again. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Lord Chancellor.
How long has he been hanging his hat there?
I don't know. Why not? He has his reputation to think of. He's never been on the losing side yet.
By the way, Baker, one last thing. I have a little job for you. A secret mission, so to speak. Sir, I want you to hand over Gibraltar to Spain and see if we can get Minorca in return. Do you think you can do that?
I'm a physician, sir.
Then you should have no difficulty. Good afternoon. My go, is it?
I have been watching you for a while, sir.
So you should. That is what they pay you for.
I have been watching you with a new eye.
New eye? Dear me, what does this new eye spy?
The nonsense you talk is no longer helpless nonsense. Your improprieties are deliberate, sir. Intentional. You enjoy them. They are uttered knowing you have the license of a disturbed mind.
I'm the king. I say what I like. Spit that sword!
You are playing a game with me, sir.
No. Snap.
No, sir. Not snap! Enough of it. If you choose, you can behave. Tell me the names of your children.
Can't. Don't speak French. Sir! Frederick, William, Charlotte, Edward, Augusta, Elizabeth, Ernest, Augustus, Adolphus, Mary, Sophia, my little Octavius. Gone to his grave at 4 years old. Alfred, another dead one, Amelia.
No, sir, you've missed one out.
Don't be a devil, sir.
The Prince of Wales. Say it, sir.
George.
Say it!
George!
Good! Another colonies!
No, no, do not look at me!
Massachusetts!
Don't be a devil!
Marianne, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Connecticut!
No! Do not cow me! I am not one of your farmers! I am urban, metropolitan and royal, and I will not be stared down by the hard days of some provincial bastard! Get off me, you clumsy old sir! Fool! Yes, sir. No, sir!
Buckingham.
The Queen! The Queen!
Man the door. No. His Majesty is not permitted to see the Queen by order of His Royal Highness.
Admit her. Now, sir, you have a visitor. I will be watching you. Keep it under.
Majesty, have you nothing to say to me, sir?
Say, madam? What is there to say? We were married for 28 years, never separated, even for a day, and then you abandoned me to my tormentors.
The doctor said it was for your good.
Good? My good? What do they know of my good? It does me good to see you, my dear. You're a fool. I can't see what you see in him, du blöde Köpf. Er ist nur ein Fahrer, du bist eine Hure und eine Schlampe.
What is His Majesty saying?
Oh, do they not speak German in Lincolnshire then? Du bist nicht hübsch. Elizabeth ist viel hübscher als du. Ich werde mit ihr schlafen. Ich werde nicht mit dir schlafen bis 1793.
He is saying he does not like me anymore. There is someone else, and I shall not share his bed again until 1793.
Weil ihre Titten größer als deine sind. Sie sind wie zwei reifen Melonen.
Because what? Filth? Obscenities?
Ich möchte sie küssen.
I see you, sir.
Go away, sir. I have something to say to His Majesty alone. Alone! George, it is possible they will not permit me to see you again. There is a bill prepared to make the son regent. Do you understand me? To rule in your place.
Regent? A fat one? No, it cannot be.
Madam, please. His Majesty has not been told of the bill.
Sir, he must be told.
Regent?
Yes, and not only regent, but when the bill passes, we shall be separated, you and I, for good.
No, it is not for good. I told Mr. Pitt.
No, George, not Mr. Pitt, not anymore. It will be Mr. Fox.
Fox?
The son and Mr. Fox. We shall not see each other again, George. Do you understand me?
No!
George!
No! No, do not leave me! I burns my skin like it used to! Fetch it!
Fetch it.
Oh, what the son! The father pushed aside, put away, put out, ruled out! The father not dead, he would fasten my waist, fasten it!
Leave it!
No,
You are the master now. Time was when you could not be induced to wear it. Now, you must cast
Arthur! Girl, the time is stronger than I am!
Control it, sir! Control it! Fight it, sir! Fight it! Now, sir, call your dissipated spirits home.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now there is another whom you have offended, whom you struck just now.
That indeed.
You must ask for his forgiveness.
No! His Majesty must not.
Please forgive me. Give me your pardon.
No!
This is just pain.
No matter. He must be broken as a horse is broken.
Arthur.
This time tomorrow, Captain Fitzroy, we shall be regent, and you will be our marshal of horse. We give you leave to kiss our hand by way of acceptance.
As soon as the bill is passed, your Royal Highness should dismiss from any public office all who supported Pitt and replace them with our own people. By my calculations, that should give us a regular majority of 150, at the very least.
Quite comfortable.
Nothing for me, I suppose.
I've just made you Colonel of the Coldstreams.
Sorry, so you have. I discovered the other day I'm a fellow of the Royal Society. Amazing what one is, really.
So far as concerns our royal invalid, I think Willis should be packed off back to Lincolnshire immediately and Warren knighted and put in sole charge.
Sir.
Could I show your Royal Highness additional measures made to the pudding before Parliament?
Oh, not now, Charles. Just think of your debts being paid. All our debts being paid. I shall do things differently to my father. The king never had any style. To me, style is everything. From now on, style will be the thing.
Parliamentary reform. Abolition of the slave trade. These will be as unwelcome to the prince as they would to his father.
You are right. All in good time. Let us come in first, then we can put paid to Mr. Pitt and his kitchen principles. We will show him that government is not simply a household. Let a housewife be thrifty, modest and shy. Government is bold, restless, prodigal. It is in its expenditures, recalcitrant in its debts, lofty in its assumptions. Popular government has nothing at all to do with thrift.
Yeah, hasn't much to do with popularity either.
That's why we never had time. Now we have 10 years in the very least. What's the matter?
Something's not right. Government is on its last legs. The prince is about to be made regent. We have won. Where is Thurlow?
better suited. These reeds are memories of those worser hours.
I prithee put them off. Go on, go on.
I prithee put them off.
How does the king?
How does the king?
Oh, no. Lord Thurlow, Your Majesty.
Ah, Thurlow!
Very man. We are reading a spot of Shakespeare. Give him the book, Willis, or share.
King Lear.
Willis chose it. Doctor's orders.
Is that wise?
I have no idea what it's about.
Now, I was asleep apparently, and Cordelia comes in and asks the doctor, that's Gretel, how I am. Off we go.
Who's Cordelia?
You are. Well, Willis can't do it. He's hopeless. Willis, go up there and watch. Right? Off we go.
Oh, you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature. The untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up of this child-changed father.
That's very good. Child-changed father's very good. Right, you now.
Be by, good madam, when we do awaken him. I doubt not of his temperance.
Oh, my dear father, restoration hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Well, kiss me, man. Come on, it's Shakespeare. Look up there. Yeah. Right, up the front. This is where the king awaits. Are you ready?
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire. I know tears do scald like molten lead. It's so true. Pray, do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man, and deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Do not laugh at me, for, as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child. Cordelia?
So I am. I am.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage, you see, is killed in him. Desire him to go in, trouble him no more till further settled.
Wilt please your highness walk?
Ah. Is that the end?
No. Cordelia, that's Thurlow, dies, hanged. And the shock of it kills the king. So, they all die. It's a tragedy.
Very effective.
It's the way I play it. Willis murders him.
Your majesty seems more yourself.
Do I? Yes, I do. I have always been myself, even when I was ill. Only now I seem myself. That is the important thing. I have remembered how to seem. What?
What did your majesty say?
What? I didn't say anything. Besides, Gretel, I'm not supposed to ask the king questions. You should know that, what? Bear with me, Thurlow. I pray you now, forget and forgive, for I am old and foolish. Awfully good stuff, isn't it?
I will send for Mr. Pitt straight away and fetch Warren and Baker. They must see the king at once.
Oh, look at this piss. We're back to lemonade.
Mine is it? It's still a bit empty.
Oh, no, but that's yesterday's. This is today's. Piss the yonder, piss the yonder.
Wreckers, destroyers, thinkers! nation is neatly governed. Farming improves, manufacturing prospers, and Fox and his feckless friends cannot wait to ruin it all.
Another letter from Willis.
The king's much better.
Yes.
When did Willis ever say otherwise? I've the king's better for months now. I never believed him, but Parliament did. Now Parliament doesn't believe him either, and so the Bill of Regency will pass. How many?
Oh, 40 or 50. I've given up counting. They're all running for cover. William, a smile.
At least he'll clear my desk. It's the king one should pity. Declared mad, and he'll stay mad. Son would be a fool to have it otherwise. You know, the asylums of this country are full of the sound in mind disinherited by the outer pocket.
Even if he did recover and find Fawkes as minister, he will go mad all over again.
Oh, but how they will spend! All the money that I have saved, money! That is the secret of government. Funds! Economy, the elimination of waste. I know that I can save this country, and no one else can. But I need 5 more years. Instead of which I must go back to the bar.
Come now, that's not true. The city has offered to pay your debts and give you an income.
Do what? Sit on the back benches and carp? No. There's no dignity in that. I will accept no post but the first.
Lord Chancellor.
Lord Chancellor. What a pleasure. We so seldom see you nowadays. Your visits are always a joy.
Yes, indeed, thanks, damn it. I've been with His Majesty and I've had 2 hours uninterrupted conversation with him.
Oh God, you mean he's talking again?
No, damn it. Well, yes. But not 50 to the dozen and not nonsense either. He's actually a damn clever fellow. Had me reading Shakespeare. Have you ever read King Lear? Awfully tragic story. Of course, if the fool of a messenger had just got that little bit more of a move on, Cordelia would have been hanged, Lear would have died, and all would have ended happily. Which, of course, would have made a much better ending. As it is, it's damned tragic.
Lord Chancellor!
The point is, King is better.
Better than he was.
No, better in every respect. Improved out of all measure. But what is back there, hey? He is his old self. That having been said, gentlemen, I would like to explain that my aim as Lord Chancellor throughout this whole unfortunate episode was to withdraw myself so far as I could from any allegiance to party or faction.
Of course.
Yes, there must be continuity, consistency. I was holding the scales.
Sitting on the bed.
That is unkind. When I forsake my king in the hour of his distress, may my God forsake me. But next to the king, I reverence the Prince of Wales. Nor do I believe there is a man in this assembly who entertains a higher opinion of his heart and head than I do. And though I rejoice that the Bill of Regency has proved unnecessary, I pray that one day the crown may in succession sit upon the prince's brow as undisturbed and as ornamental as it now sits upon that of his father. His Majesty has been restored to us. God, and I say this with all my heart and a completely clear conscience, God save the King.
Majesty the Queen, Your Majesty. The doctors are here, Your Majesty.
The doctors? What do they want? I'm better, aren't I? What?
You are.
May I make a suggestion? Why does your Majesty not dismiss them?
Yes. Why do we not just... Can I do that?
It is what your Majesty would have done before your illness.
Do it, George.
The physician, sir.
With your Majesty's permission.
Did your Majesty pass an untroubled night? Was there any sweating?
I'm sorry. Did someone speak?
Dr. Woman inquired whether you'd passed a comfortable night, sir.
The king passed an excellent night, but to quiz him on the matter is a gross impertinence. And Greville,
Your Majesty.
there was no sweating.
The stool is good, a model of its kind. May I congratulate your Majesty on another splendid stool.
No, you may not.
Well, it is very good.
Do it, George.
Will there be anything else, gentlemen?
Might we have a little general conversation, Your Majesty?
What about?
Yes. What about?
Topic?
Do it.
That will be all, gentlemen.
All? All?
Yes, all, you fashionable fraud. Go and blister some other blameless bugger, what?
Sir!
And Baker, sir. Backwards, Baker. Backwards.
Well done, sir. Full marks.
Yes. And you can go too now, Willis.
I don't think so, sir. Not just yet.
No? Horse not broken yet, is that it? But the day is coming, I assure you. Lincolnshire shall see you soon. The wolves are agog.
Their Royal Highnesses are here, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty must not get excited.
I know that.
He knows that. 2 hours late. It's done on purpose. He knows it was always his lateness that drove you mad.
Never fear. I shall strike a note of reconciliation. Love. That is the keynote.
Their Royal Highnesses, Your Majesty.
You may kiss my hand. And your mother's.
How is your Majesty?
Hey, fuck what you care.
Love, George.
I am well, sir.
You're weary with waiting?
2 hours. 2 hours.
George, love. He's still fat.
I see you're looking at my waistcoat, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Well, you may. You may. But it is the best friend I ever had. And I have the advantage of you, sir. I can take off my waistcoat. You smile, sir.
I need to see His Majesty his usual self, and in such good spirits.
Good or bad, I'm in control of himself. If a man is in control of himself, his spirits are immaterial. If a man is not in control of himself, he would do well to be so. He would do well. Now on, let's try to be more of a model family. There are model farms now, model villages, even model factories. Well, we must be a model family for the nation to look to.
Yes. Try to be typical, Fred.
Papa, I want something to do.
Do? Well, follow in my footsteps. That is what you should do. Off you go. And forget about all this furniture. Style never immortalized anybody.
The oversized Herbert. I rue the day he was born.
Yes. He is a feckless, weak, irresolute, lying, contemptible wretch.
And he gambles too.
But, you are right. You must try not to dislike him.
Mr. Pitts, Your Majesty.
I did.
And then it's like, yeah.
Married yet, Mr. Pitts?
No, sir.
Good God! Pardon me in, sir!
What is it, sir?
Is it any wonder a man goes mad? Doctors! 30 guineas a visit? And travelling expenses? They'd make a man pay for his own execution, what?
Your Majesty must not agitate himself.
Yes, I know that. But we are about to see the back of Must Not, and renew our acquaintance with As His Majesty Pleases. Good. No bill for Willis. How much is he getting?
No fees, sir, but he has been promised an annuity.
How much?
£1,000, yes, sir. He has done you some service, sir.
No. It is time that has done me a service.
Mr. Ramsden Scrimge, Your Majesty.
Another asking face? Markets? I bet he doesn't know a pig from a goose.
No, sir, but his uncle is member for Berkshire and has nominations for 3 other seats in Hampshire.
I would have made a good steward of the market of Newbury. I would have done it very well. Counting the sheep, overlooking the cattle. Happy man, Ramsden. Happy man.
Loyal servant.
Off you go, young man. And Ramsden, a little tip. The cow is the one with horns, and the pig is the one with a little curly tail. What? Do well, Ramsden. Do well. Except Ramsden will not do well. He will not even do. He will go away and find himself a deputy. And the deputy will put in a substitute, and the substitute will find him a drudge. And the drudge will do the work. Or not. And so it is from top to bottom in England. What if Europe, Mr. Pitt? You didn't mention that, eh?
Nothing at the moment, sir. There have been some minor disturbances in Paris and the mob has broken open the Bastille.
Bastille. The terror is in the name. It is no different to the prison I have been in for the last 6 months. No! Mr. Pitt, we see each other tomorrow at St. Paul's. A Thanksgiving service for my recovery. As for the future, Mr. Pitt, you must try not to disagree with me on anything, what? My mind is not strong enough to stand it.
Sharp, sharp, the king, the king.
Hey, Lady Pembroke?
Your Majesty.
Elizabeth?
Sir.
Elizabeth, you are a model of English womanhood. Papa?
I hope so, sir.
There's the rest of our call the up woman and the lower woman. Hey, hey.
Your Majesty must take care not to catch cold.
Fine. Yes, fine. When I was ill, Elizabeth, I said certain things. What?
It is possible.
These things I said. Can you recollect them?
I have no memory of them, sir.
Well, perhaps I can refresh your memory, because among the things I believe I suggested was that you and I might, that you and I had.
It is possible that things were said that in happier circumstances would not have been said.
Said by both of us? Said by you and me, what?
No, Your Majesty was the persistent conversationalist.
Well, it's not so much what was said as what was done. So did we ever...
Your Majesty.
Did we ever forget ourselves utterly? Because if we did forget ourselves, I would so like to remember what...
No, sir. Your Majesty's behaviour throughout was impeccable. If I may say so, Your Majesty has always acted by me as the kindest brother and the most gracious of sovereigns.
Have I? I'm glad to hear it.
Her Majesty is ready, sir.
Good evening, madam.
How is Your Majesty this evening?
Better? So much better. Better and better. Do not be nervous, madam. I have missed you.
Yes, sir.
There's something about you.
I am grey now, sir. Grey as an old mouse.
Only a few hairs. It doesn't matter.
I've lost what little share of beauty I once possessed.
Still, a good little pudding.
When you were ill, it was said by some that if you had lived a normal life, it might not have happened.
A normal life?
Other women, sir.
Ah. Kicked over the traces, you mean, eh? A life is not without its regrets. Yet, it is not without its consolations, either. You are a good little woman, Mrs. King, and we have been happy. Have we not?
We have.
And shall be again. And shall be again.
Sacked. Jesus.
And me, I was His Majesty's most devoted servant.
Were you pages to the Tsar or servants to assault you, you would not have been dismissed. You would have had your throats cut.
Yes, and so would the doctors.
Forget what you have seen. Majesty in its clothes. Wipe it from your memory.
He was ill, we knew that.
Yes, and now he is well. Here.
Sir, I am fond of His Majesty.
You are not entitled to be. You are his servant. You will not be without employment. I heard your old colleague, Fortnum, founded a grocery business somewhere. You could join him.
Fortnum, Abendeek.
You were kind to His Majesty during his illness, Gravel.
I did what I could, Captain Fitzroy.
Colonel, that's right. You didn't know. It seems unfair, I agree. But a word of advice. To be kind does not commend you to kings. They see it as they see any first feeling, as a liberty. A blind eye will serve you better, and you will travel further.
I shall be at the cathedral. Should the ceremony prove to be too great a burden for you, Your Majesty.
You may tell Dr. Willis the ceremony will not be such a burden as the want of ceremony has been. Do not look at me, sir. Presume not I am the thing I was. I'm not the patient now. Be off, sir. Back to your pigs and sheep. The king is himself again.